What's going on, everybody? It's David from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. Also, check the link below. You see a Patreon account. You click it, you become a member. All you got to do is try recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to on my Bone Thugs and Harmony shit. What's up, y'all? Anyway, with that being said, we are here today, and I am basically reviewing Invincible. I know it's been out a while. I know I'm probably on the late train, but I just finished this show, and I just wanted to give kind of my quick thoughts on the show, what I think, and things like that. So let's keep it a buck here. One, I enjoyed the show. The show was very interesting to watch. A young Invincible, basically learning that he has powers, learning out who he is, and then especially towards the end, learning who he is and trying to learn how to become a superhero. Right? You learn that his father is a part of a superior alien race, and because of that, he inherits the abilities of his father, who was single-handedly is one of the strongest men on the planet. His father, towards the end of the show, eventually shows his true colors and his true intent on why he is on planet Earth. And basically, it is up to Mr. Invincible in order to try to stop him. Now, um, like I said, the show's very interesting from a standpoint of watching a young kid who goes to school and who's like learning to cope with the idea that now I have superhuman abilities. And I feel like they've approached it from a pretty real standpoint, how it affects your social life, how he can't hold on to a relationship and things like that. Luckily, like I said, his parents are, his dad is a superhero and his mom is married to a damn superhero. So they understand the process. Also understanding how the United States government is involved with it too. How they have basically advanced their abilities in order to combat these beings and all these outer worldly threats, and just learning about the whole scope of the show in the world that they live in was really interesting. Right now, what I didn't like is this: Invincible is his character is part what is it, Veltramite or something like that, and this race is ridiculously strong, right? So with that being said, he inherits these abilities of his father, and you watch his father wash fucking villains like left and right. Even though I understand his father has control of his powers and understands how to use them, it's weird to watch Invincible just like get watched by people that you feel like he should be beating, right? I know, like I said, he's wet behind the ears. He doesn't really know the ropes. He's getting to learn his powers and his body and shit. But at the same time, it's just kind of weird that he can't wash some of these people. It's pretty whack. You also see the naive side of him being a superhero and being a teenager. You see people coming to him for favors, and he basically gets used essentially in order to basically do somebody else's bidding, which his dad tries to look out for him, but it turns out that's not the case, right? Um, Now the show progresses very well. Like, it doesn't really feel like it's going too slow. It doesn't really feel like it's going too fast. It progresses really well, and especially it ends up telling the story of the complete story as far as the season goes pretty well. You know, we get left with the cliffhanger. Pops leaves the Earth, and we have a young Invincible who's left here in order to be Earth's defender. Now, what bugged me was the fact that he was just like, "Yo, what are you looking for? What are you gonna do?" "Oh, I'm gonna finish up high school." Tight, bro. But also, you might want to train, because last time I checked, your dad beat your ass. You know, he beat your ass pretty bad, and it's crazy because like he shows the ability to like kind of like let loose when he gets upset. You can see it that he can at will. Like when he gets angry and upset, he becomes super OP. His dad does it too. When his dad becomes pissed off, he can really, really, really hurt somebody, right? And you see it hinted at during the show, but it's like Invincible never taps into this, and I think that kind of bugged me. Now, what I did love about this show is the fucking blood. There's blood, guts, and ass everywhere. Like, this show is super bloody, and that's a plus side to it. And if it wasn't bloody, I honestly probably would say that the show was whack. But in regards to the show, like in totality, the show's enjoyable. It's fun to watch. but at the same time, you get kind of tired of watching this dude Invincible take L after L after L. Like he was fighting that little one-eyed guy, and then they ended up becoming like they ended up talking. Then he ended up fighting that one cyborg dude. The cyborg dude killed himself. He was fighting them freaking mutants at the beginning. They had to find another way to beat him because apparently he was losing to these fucking people. Then when he got jumped by them three cyborgs that was giving his dad, well, the advanced version was giving his dad some work. But he's getting beat by these three cyborgs, and he's like, whatever with it, you know. It's like I said, when you're watching it, dude, he just takes L after L after L after L, and it's just like, damn, bro, like, can this dude get a win, like at all? It just seems like he's just taking losses like back to back. And he's like one of the most superpowered beings in this show, so it's like you're stronger than most of the people on this stupid super team, and you are not washing people. This little dude with the firecracker ability is washing people, and you're not. Like, come on, man, like that shit was dumb. That shit started to get really annoying after a while. Also, the other characters, I'm not a fan, honestly, of any of the other superhero characters. Like, you know how you watch shows like, I don't know, like I guess My Hero, and then you have like certain characters that you like. This show, outside of Invincible, most of the characters ain't really that likable, right? Other than Omni Man and Invincible, everybody else is like whatever, you know. Like you have like Eve, she's cool and everything, but she's not something where I'm like, yo, that was tight. The only ones that were tight were the Galactic, the freaking fake ass Justice League at the beginning of the show. They were interesting. I like them, but outside of that, like the newer, like the Teen Titan motherfuckers, like they were whack, bro. The robot was whack. His whole motive about becoming human and shit, that was stupid. Like, I mean, that whole side mission was whack. Like, I just didn't care. So, I mean, in regards to the show, like, I mean, this is a pretty average show. It ain't something that I would be like, yo, you need to watch it. It's entertaining. Don't get me wrong, it's very entertaining. But at the same time, this season two better come with that heat, or else, like, you know, it's gonna be like fade into obscurity for me. Like, I'm not gonna continue watching if I'm gonna just keep watching this dude take L's, right? The villains in the show are pretty interesting. You had the little goblin looking things. You had the dude that could clone the copy yourself and clone it. He was pretty cool. See, that's a villain that I liked. I liked him. He was pretty fun to watch. And then you watch the lion who was like watching this fool Invincible, and then you never see this motherfucker again. You had the stupid cyborg robot mask guy with the chip. He only lasted for a little while. I mean, you had the stone face. He was all right, but I mean, you know, he didn't last that long. He had his own little character arc. You have all these characters that get introduced and you don't really get much from them. Like either they lose or they die and you just never hear from them again. So I don't know. This show probably needs to establish like a really solid villains to be like, okay, these are real threats, and these are people that, you know, that actually pose a threat against Invincible and the little league friends or whatever, the little fake Team Titans. Um, as far as like, you know, the Omni Man is a very cool character. His motives and everything like that, that was probably like one of the better surprises in this series. I already knew that he was a dick and he was an asshole, but you know, and you kind of see it throughout the show that he feels like human life is beneath him. So it wasn't surprising when he felt that way, but it was kind of surprising when he said all that about about Invincible's mom. I was like, fuck, dude. Like he looked at her like a pet, like damn, like that, like shoot. See, I thought that was gonna make him snap and he was gonna fuck his dad up. But see, that didn't even happen, right? His dad is a cold one for that whole subway scene. That was ridiculous. But I digress. The show's a fun watch. I really think that season two needs to up the ante. You need to come with some well-established villains. And I mean, I guess if this is the lineup that we're gonna have for this show, like as far as supporting cast goes, I guess make them do some badass shit. So I'll actually be like, wow, that was tight. You know, because I mean, like Monster Girl's whatever, Firecracker Dude is whatever, Eve is all right. You have the one that could clone herself, twin or whatever her name is, she's whatever. You have the dude that lost his powers and then gained them back, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like what was that guy named Eternal, Immortal? The guy that came back and was like, oh man, he was fucking his ass up, bro. That was squabbling, but that was tight though. That was pretty dope. But that's my review for Invincible. I hope they come with I hope they up the ante for season two. If not, I'm gonna have to jump on this boat. But let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Whatever the case may be, drop it in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys next time. Adios, homies.